Hello, my name is Josh Gomez, and I just wanted to talk about my why. We all sometimes don't quite know what our why is, but deep down we all have one, and that's kind of why I'm here. I don't usually talk about it to some people, but it's a very deep part of my life that is built up like all of us through the pains and emotions and effort that can beat us down sometimes. But yeah, it comes back to I'm trying to help out this community with this skate park. Um, and it comes back to understanding the why of someone willing to go out of their way to build a skate park. It's like, it's just, it's a town of 1,200. Um, Many people just will never understand the concept of opportunity. Um, I grew up believing, I don't know, it's hard to say. I grew up believing that you could be anything. And I do still believe that, but then I learned really quick that life has limits. And it's limits we put in our own mind. It has nothing to do with whether it's impossible or not possible. It's literally in our mind, from the foods we eat, the way we were raised, our youth environment, to even just a simple reaction to a simple question can transition a kid's entire life within a moment. And then I started to realize that through, a lot of hard falls and a lot of research through a lot of great people, through interviews, podcasts, all the good stuff. We learn from each other. We stack upon stack through each other. Not one of us is anything without a person before us or a person after us. And we tend to forget that we rely on each other. We are in the same boat. There's not necessarily the right or wrong answer, especially in times like these. Um, I grew up in a world called the United States of America. Um, Loved history, and then I feel like I'm growing up in a world that's becoming the divided states of America. We are a leg of a whole system that can help catapult society for not just America but the rest of the world. We as people should be very grateful to even wake up with the things we do, wake up to see the things we see, to wake up and complain about the things we complain about, while the rest of the world, and not the complete world, but a good majority, question why we act the way we do when we have the blessings of an effort through a lot of deaths before us, through a lot of tragedy before us, through a lot of history that cannot be unwritten, that we seem to want to bury and deny. And I just can't stand to let that happen. Our youth is our future. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. We have to leave things behind, or in the moments, to jumpstart the future of our generations. I feel like people just, they worry about their now. Right now, right now, right now. We gotta have it right now. We gotta have this. Who cares about later? Let's build a 10-year house, 10-year paint jobs, 5 years this. Who cares if we build it to last 100 years or 200 years? The world's screwed. It's going downhill. I've heard. It just never ends. And the reality is, we're in a country that's a very new country at a very intense point, that it could all be taken away within a moment, just like our lives. They could be taken away in a moment. And, I definitely don't feel like wasting my time building pieces of wood for an idea that people don't even believe is capable of changing a life. I'm like, and then it just hurts, it just hurts. It makes you very tired. But my why is I do it for the one. I'm chasing the many. I want to change billions of lives for hundreds of years. But I will be willing to sacrifice for one, because that's what Jesus asked me to do. He asked me to be there for the weak, to be there for the ones that feel lost, that feel like, they're like, had a question why, like majority of their life. And you never get the right answers, but you learn to ask different questions. And, it hurts. I used to walk 5.1 miles a day, all the time, back and forth, and many times to the skate park, through some of the darkest times of my life. And honestly, it's probably the only thing that kept me going. The hours thinking and hating and even despising God and just not understanding how I could be in this position. And then one day, it just come and it was like, sorry. Why not me? Why am I not capable to handle this pain so someone don't have to handle these feelings alone? Maybe I can help shine some light in a world so determined to put it out. And that's what it is. That's the truth. They're trying to put it out. They're not here to raise us up, to make this America great again, to to help the regular people. They are out to consume, and they live for that. So don't think that these feelings aren't real. They are. They are very real. And it's up to us. We were given this gift to be born in this life that is out of this world of possibilities to even be in America, to be born in this timeline, in this period, to make a difference. We have the abilities to literally change lives in every moment. Not weeks after we get letters, not months after we fight wars, not centuries after our kingdom is abolished. Within moments, we can literally change lives now. And every day I wake up and just wonder, why am I still struggling to reach my why? And it's because I fall back on these little things like the skate park that I see the potential. I see a kid that doesn't feel like his family understands who he is. He feels so lost in the world, blaming, hating God, understanding why are people dying left and right? Why is this? Why is that? Why is there cancer? And there's a lot of answers I'll never be able to understand. And I just hope with my faith and rely that there is an ultimate answer that I don't understand. But I'm willing to keep my faith and know that there is the answer. And I will fight and sacrifice everything, every time. Back to zero, back to hero, whatever it takes, whatever it breaks. There's just nothing. It's just, we have to stand together through this. And if it means taking whatever I have to make this a reality, a skate park, a scooter park, a water park, 20 million trees planted, whatever it takes, that the opportunity is given to me, I will give. And that is my why. I recently, went through a lot of things. People won't know my entire story. Maybe one day I'll get a little deeper. But in this present moment, I sacrificed a lot these last few years, knowing the system. I worked 80 plus hour weeks, multiple days, multiple weeks, constantly, never stopping, never just determined. And we ain't talking about a job I love. We're talking about a job I despise, that I said I would never, and I be never even accept. And I did that because I knew that in order to reach the goals I had to do, I had to be willing to make a sacrifice I would never be willing to make before. I saved up for years to, I don't know, just to get ahead, just to even get credit. I was even got credit in school, And we could go on that. There's a lot of things that maybe I could have done differently at a younger age. But it took a long time to get to what they would call normal standards in today's society, which, again, are better than most of the world's. So I fought for that. And then I realized I got trapped in the slave system of this social disease that I didn't want to be a part of. So I was determined to work whatever I needed to, whatever hours I needed to raise the money I needed to gain the knowledge that I needed to advance my dreams, advance my wives, and do what it takes, whether it broke me, kills me, leaves me homeless, leaves me alone feeling, which I'm so used to that, I don't even care. I could sit alone the rest of my life in my thoughts. That's how many dark thoughts I've had. And I will fight. I am currently pull all my 401k to make this a reality for my schooling, to hopefully learn a little bit of life coaching and how to get to the school system, learn how to speak for our youth, and help them understand this concept at an early age so they can understand that they do not have to feel limited, that their environment can be changed and they could blossom into the flower that they deserve to be. And I was determined, and life happened. I don't want to go into full details because there's the good and bads. It involves my mom having a stroke and a lot of family issues like we all have, so there's no need to break those down. But I took the sacrifice and chance. I'm currently pulled out the rest of my 401k to pay my last bit of bills, hopefully float me for the next couple months. And then I took my money from my stock market because I was ideally loving to become a trader, and then stumbled upon another thing to remind me of my why, of watching the elites and the people that have control steal money from people that are just looking for a little break. So go apes, AMC, woo! But the reality is, they stole. I watched my profits get wiped out that I could have set my schooling up for the next 7-8 months and did my goals. And I held on so much because I believed in the system that once again allows corruption to just exist and take and consume and had to fight to break even, just to break even. They wiped out everything, and it took everything inside me to not just give in. And I come back fighting. I come back swinging. I said nope. I did all my DD, which is due diligence for anybody learning or wanting to know. But it takes a lot. Almost every 5 truths is one truth. Probably more than that. It's really hard to say. And it's just sad. It really is sad that the world's come to this point, that they would allow people that just have great intentions to constantly be manipulated, consumed, taken advantage of, just stepped on left and right. And I was scared. I'm not going to lie. And I'm just at the turning point. But I took it out. I said, this skate park is more important than my schooling. It's more important than my next 6 months. It's more important than me having to go work a job that I possibly will most likely hate because I'm just that stubborn in the willingness to go after my dreams. Yeah. And that's part of my why. Because one life matters. One. Not all. Because if you handle one life and every life, that does equal all. We're not having to be superheroes. We don't have to be kings and queens to make differences. We don't have to be billionaires, millionaires, trillionaires, hundredaires. Heck, even poverty-aires, the best in your small town, big fish, big pond, whatever excuse, small pond, whatever your little saying is, you find a reason to feel good about yourself. We could do that standing together. All together. Together we stand. Together we fall. And I believe what our founding fathers said, in God we trust, and in God I do trust. And I hope this finds a reason for you to help find your why. And it's not like it's a magic puzzle piece that just imaginarily just got to go keep seeking. It lies right inside, right here. See this little heart down there? It's right inside waiting for you to just take the key that you've held this whole time and open it. And I can't give you those answers of how to understand your key or how to unlock your chest, but I can tell you, you do have a key. You do have a chest. You do have a why. And you are worthy. So don't ever let anyone ever make you feel like you cannot make the difference you want to make. Because if you're seeing this, we are granted this opportunity to make a difference. We weren't just born here to just exist. Some may be blessed with that, but most of us are purpose. And I hope you find your purpose, because it's inside you waiting to just to come out. Not to be a missing puzzle piece that just magically shows up, but just inside, just waiting for you to just not be afraid of the rest of the world. You know, that really all feels the same, and then they literally would make someone else feel that way. So if anybody's struggling, know it does get better. Suicidal thoughts do die away. I can't promise that they go away forever, but with time, anything is possible. It may take 500 years to accomplish my dream, but I will leave this dream behind. I will make a difference, because I do make a difference. And if you woke up today, you are making a difference. If you are getting by, you are making a difference. I can't promise you it will come today. I can't promise you it will come tomorrow. I can't even promise you it will come in the next 50 years. But I can promise you, if you don't give up, it will come. It will come.